Hi guys, has Nadine Dorries crossed the aisle and become a Labour MP? Wait a minute, no, she can't do that because she has resigned. But she certainly sounded like she had when she attacked Rishi Sunak in a pretty harsh way and seems to have chosen her moment to resign from the party and force a by-election at the worst possible time for the Conservatives. She hinted here, not actually hinted, revelled in the idea that the by-election would take place on the anniversary of Rishi Sunak being appointed Prime Minister. My God, Nadine is spiteful. Have a listen to this.
What was untrue was that I was neglecting my constituents. You know, I love my constituency and my former constituency and constituents. And, you know what it's like, Nick, because you've been an MP. I've got a team of 4 caseworkers who've been working very hard over the summer, as have I. And that's where most of the work actually takes place. And to be criticised for not being in Parliament when it has been an absolute zombie Parliament for the last 12 months, I just felt was a bit rich. And a point I've also made is, I don't know what Rishi Sunak is doing, because it didn't have to be this way. He's now put the party in the position of having to fight yet another by-election. Why? Why would any Prime Minister will and wish a by-election on his party when his party is 20 points behind in the polls? You and I both know that the whips and the leadership of our party will do anything to prevent that from happening, but not Rishi Sunak.
But again, if you're doing it now, Nadine, and you have been serving your constituents, from what you say, and your caseworkers have been serving your constituents, by actually allowing a writ to be moved on the 4th of September, you could end up with a by-election right in the middle of conference season. How do you think colleagues will feel about that at peak relaunch time?
Any thoughts they have about that, they need to direct into number 10, because number 10 have made this happen. So it isn't me. Number 10 have made this happen. I also was aware that this might not be a good thing to happen on the first anniversary of Rishi Sunak becoming Prime Minister in October. And all of those things, were in the back of my mind. By-elections, not good for the party, 20 points behind. It will be the worst by-election defeat in living history if it takes place.
All of those things are in the back of my mind. And it's not my fault I resigned. It's Rishi Sunak. And if anyone has a problem, direct your concerns to number 10. This is basically like, holding a revolver to someone's head and saying, don't make me shoot you. It's like, this is what she's saying. This is so ridiculous. But it's wonderful to watch. And the Labour Party, all they have to do is sit back, relax and enjoy this, because this is the Tory party tearing itself apart. Now, the impact Nadine Dorries will have, I think, is limited. Boris Johnson is gone. She wanted Boris Johnson back in. I think part of this is of course related to her not getting her peerage. But this goes back further. It goes back to the time when Boris Johnson was removed from power, and she saw Rishi Sunak as one of those carrying the knife. Julius Caesar with his knives, Boris Johnson with the knives in his back. And she's never forgiven Rishi Sunak in particular, but also other members of the party for that. Boris was our great leader, the dear leader. He won us an 80-seat majority. He got Brexit done, even though we don't understand what that means. He was, her idol, and he was removed. And I think she felt pain, a great deal of pain when he was removed from power. She thought he would come back. He didn't bother to come back. Boris Johnson only cares about Boris Johnson. He doesn't care about Nadine Dorries. She seems to have a huge amount of love for the former leader. I don't know if it's reciprocated, but it's a pathetic charade. But I still don't think it's going to do the amount of damage that Nadine Dorries thinks it will. It will be an embarrassment if there's a by-election taking place during the conference. It will be an embarrassment if there's a by-election taking place on the anniversary of Rishi Sunak's premiership. But I think the damage will be limited. It will be an embarrassment for a few days, and then it will be forgotten about. The Tory party are going down the toilet anyway. An extra bit of a flush isn't going to make that much of a difference. But it depends on now what happens to Nadine Dorries. Is she going to go away, or is she going to continue to attack from within the media? And I think if the likes of Talk TV or GB News believe that she can attract attention, then they're going to give her a platform. Otherwise, she'll just disappear. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.